thought you was gonna do.
We're in the building. I guess we're doing cultural shock.
Yeah. You already know, man. That's a real subject right there, man. I mean, anyone as a human being has seen such things in their lifetime. They have either read something or seen something on the news that refers to what a cultural shock is.
Oh, black
now,
people.
Look,
That's a cultural shock.
you know, hold up, Cryptic. I can even bring one up right off the top of my mind. What happens when a white police officer meets a black man on the street and he see him looking a certain way, acting a certain way? That's a stereotype, right?
No.
That's prejudice, right? That's a stereotype, and that's borderline racism. But what if the cop's not really racist? Guess what he's thinking? Oh, man, y'all doing the most. It's a cultural shock to the cop because he don't realize what he's looking at.
No.
You see what I'm saying? He's shocked
bro.
because it's like, damn, y'all doing this and that, but it's all legal and cool.
But listen, bro, if somebody take you across the ocean, you'll understand how shocking that would be.
Oh, now we want to bring it back. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to dive right in, but yeah. You want to talk about a cultural shock.
That would be really shocking, bro.
Imagine if you were a slave, you were snatched up, you were sold by the kings and queens of Africa.
You would be shocked.
To the Dutch, who didn't even speak African. They just pointed and said, we give you gold, you give us slaves.
They gave them guns, too.
They was giving them all kinds of stuff. So, therefore, the poor people got screwed over. They got sent out on the boats. Now you in the slave trade. Your whole family left behind. You don't even know your real name and lineage anymore. You know what I mean? Craziness. But
that's a cultural shock.
When they showed up in Cuba, in Haiti, in Florida,
see what you gotta understand about black people.
It was like,
we went through like at least 4 just shocks in our culture. Just it was shocking. At least like 4, bro. Imagine you get here and motherfuckers is hanging you from goddamn trees. That would be really shocking.
You gotta think how the Indians felt when the Europeans started coming through here running it, taking their land, taking this, taking that. And
now Indians a little bit different. They tried to make a treaty with these people, and they ended up actually America broke every treaty it didn't have.
And they gave them blankets of smallpox on it. Biological warfare.
That's how they killed them, but they were supposed to have a treaty.
You got the story of Pocahontas.
I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
No, John Smith came with the settlers. Came through, took the village. Became friends with the chief. Dated the chief's daughter. Had her fooled. Then they end up taking over the whole village. He did his job, went back to London. Guess what? She got educated. She left too and went to London.
What is
that is a culture shock. Educated. Which means Pocahontas as an
What
Indian,
does that mean?
No, little known fact. Pocahontas was actually a very intelligent woman. After the whole fiasco with John Smith and her chief dad died and the whole
I ask
story.
you this. Where does the word education even come from?
How to read and write. That's a definition, but that's not
whose form is that?
It depends on where you're born.
No, whose form is that?
Elaborate, I don't know.
I'm just saying. You didn't even say they couldn't communicate. You said read and write. Where's that from?
Pocahontas actually ended up...
And what are you writing?
No, let me tell you the end of the story. She ends up in London and runs into John Smith later on in life.
But she's educated in what?
Literature. Writing.
What kind of literature?
Grammar. You know? She became very stout on her knowledge.
It's European literature, bro. That's what he didn't want to say.
It was a woman. A woman actually discovered
because
her.
they told these people, because they knew how to form the land and stuff, they told them that they were savages. And they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Hey, you even seen the thing that came out in California, what they used to do? Cause you know there used to be Indians there. They used to doggone create controlled burns in California, so that the trees wouldn't burn down and the forest wouldn't burn down. It got outlawed that so they could no harm do it, and that's why California is on fire right now.
You know, the Indians knew about seasonal fires.
They would make controlled burns.
So they knew how to come up with some sort of a trench that they dug, pour some.
So they tried to tell you.
Yeah.
And
they had a way with dealing with
to
it.
Them, it's a culture
way
shock.
Back then, because yeah. Now they see folks coming in doing this and that, and you know what I mean, and it's still getting out of control.
It's like, look at them. They burned down California. We knew this would
People are losing houses, celebrities and stuff, man. I mean, California was on fire for like a whole year.
But it's a fact, though, Indians didn't really like black people. So, fuck them.
I don't know, man.
Because we were slaves to the white people, and that's like extra manpower to them. They say we're gonna scalp everybody here. And you know they say that it's Indians, but you know what I'm saying? It's been rumored that Indians wasn't the first people to scalp people. It was actually Europeans. The Indians just started mimicking what they was doing. Hey man, he who wins writes the history books, bro.
You know, Europeans were brutal too. They came from a barbaric.
That's what I'm saying. It's rumored that the Europeans was actually scalping them. So the Indians, now ain't that a culture shock? You see some shit, motherfucker, to scalp the bitch. It's like, so
yeah,
they started doing it to them.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. That's war tactics.
But they always paint them as being the scalpers.
And you know, the savagery of men.
That's why they did it, to try to show the savagery of it.
To show. I'll give you another example to where there have been times in the past where armies and warriors and villages or whoever factions were fighting, and the other faction would take the bodies and put them up on pikes and stick them all in front of the line. About when you come up, you get to see your dead comrades in your face to remind you.
That's also white people.
That's a psychological thing too.
What you talking about, Vlad the Impaler?
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler is one of the most understood.
And to whoever he was fighting, it was a what? A culture shock.
It was
shocking to see motherfuckers on poles.
Yes. When he was putting people on pikes, I mean, he was telling them, "Look, come up.
That is also white.
Come up this mountain to my castle if you want. You got to go through this first, and you might end up like them." And that right there was a statement.
I'm saying,
I got some more for you.
It's a bunch of. I think.
But that's a good point.
Was Genghis Khan white? Oh, he was something else.
He's Mongolian.
He was Mongolian. That's also. China. It's also as close as you can get. It's like this type of blood, bro, is some vengeance type shit. This shit ain't nothing to be trifled with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a thing about certain cultures of people that are so brutal.
The Vikings. I mean,
you gotta look at you can look at the Mayans, the Aztecs,
Rome.
I mean, Greece. Macedonia, Alexander the Great. They were moving brutality.
I don't hate white people. I'm just saying.
So now we done took it to a cultural shock aspect to where these people experienced it in a different way than the modern people do. You know what I mean? Modern people experience culture shock when it comes to differences of upbringing, differences of education, differences of
if they lose their privilege, motherfuckers be jumping out windows.
Your local community, depending on where you grew up, that is the culture that you believe in your human mind exists. That's your reality. And when you see something that comes in that challenges that reality, then that's a cultural shock to where you're like, whoa, I know that exists, but I didn't know it was like that. You know what I mean? Now you're shocked into a new belief system to where you just became educated in a way.
But you know,
You see what I'm saying?
I don't even know what you mean. You said a lot of
didn't
words.
get that. You didn't get that.
But what was the point?
Cultural shocks can educate groups of people. Like when they see something that none of their other peers or people seen, they bring that information back.
You ever seen the Rwanda Hotel?
And then that's how it spreads.
You ever seen the Rwanda Hotel?
I've only seen clips. Like I said, I didn't watch.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie, cause the Europeans went over there and they was mating with them, right? And they basically took over. I
know the story.
Yeah, they basically took over. So straight up, they put their kids it's like they don't look like white people, but they don't look like black people. They like in the middle. Tomoka type thing going on. Plus their noses was growing different and all kind of stuff that they had back then. And they put them in power and then they just left. Do you know that the people that had been oppressed all of that time while the Europeans was in power rose up against their kids and tried to kill all of them with hatchets and stuff, bro?
I believe it.
Talking about a culture shock. But it was their own people. That's what I don't understand. Well, it wasn't their own people. They was mixed bloods. But it's just like, but they probably was snobby. They probably acted like the people that bore them, bro.
That's the way they were brought up. Like I said, it depends on where you grew up at.
And they tried to keep these people oppressed just like the Europeans did. See, it looked bad from the other people's position because they hacking them up with doggone what's cause. But if you understand, these people been oppressed for a long time, and they just was like they had enough, bro. They was out there, they didn't want to kill no white people.
Because it's consequences.
Like, I think they did, but you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to. Because, you know what I'm saying? You remember at the end, well, you ain't watched the movie. You gotta watch the movie. But shit is real, bro. That shit, I don't know what type of blood that is, but you gotta think about it, man. These people. Now imagine, this is another culture shock. You know about the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah.
Now you go fight.
It was a syphilis experiment that happened.
No, but I'm saying though, you
like
go fight for a fucking country, right?
In the military.
And you never think these motherfuckers is just experimenting on you.
It was a sad thing, man.
See, but that crazy part, the same shit they do to black people is what they doing to us now. They just experimenting on us, bro. They tell us stupid shit, but you gotta understand it go both ways. If I let you in the lab with a virus and you trying to mutate it and you trying to do whatever you trying to do to it, it's a possibility you can make a stronger virus. That's just true. I think that was what these people wanted to do, and it's mostly white people talking about reducing the world population.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
I'm saying though, how many like colored people you see saying we want to reduce the world population? These motherfuckers on a different scale. I don't mean to give white people ass like that, but it just all of this is truth. What? How many black people?
I think it's a lot of people, man. Probably a bunch of different ethnicities. I mean, you could.
We know it's a bunch of them, but do you see them motherfuckers? It's like white people just coming out straight saying it. We wanted everybody else trying to keep a lid on it. Nah, we ain't killing y'all. Everything's straight. White people coming out and saying, "No, look, bro, we want to kill something." What was it, Prince Harry? This nigga said, "I want to come back as a virus or some shit." It wasn't Prince Harry. It was one of them motherfuckers. Which one was the one that said he wanted to come back as a virus? And goddamn, it's one of the worlds.
I don't know.
Kill like 1 billion people, man. Come on, man. Bill Gates has said he wanted to reduce the world population.
Takes it back to the Georgia Guidestones and all that
it's
talk.
Still a culture shock.
That may be in play. You know, when you're dealing with population control, you're also dealing with different ways to culturally shock people into conformity. Like what the United States is with fascism and capitalism and conformity to corporations and being broken down by the media and by social media. You know, where people feel like if they live a certain way too long, they may be missing out on other people's realities and other people's things. I think about that every day. It's like the way I live my life and what I see every day is not the same thing that's going on around this whole planet. You know, some people are dying and suffering. Some people are doing major things. But
I'm just
when
gonna
those
take a quick
worlds cross, that's a cultural shock.
Bro, it ain't nothing but one reality, bro.
Celebrity to a
this is where we gotta stop lying to ourselves, bro. It is not everybody don't have their own fucking reality. No, if you fall off a motherfucking building, you probably gonna die. It's the same.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
It's the same reality, so that's the wrong word, bro.
It's a different reality.
But no, that's what people be saying now. They be saying, bro, no, we live in the same reality, bro.
Mm-mm.
If you jump
that's
up,
not what I'm saying.
If you jump up, you gonna come back down. It's
that's the outer physics. That's what is with everybody.
Reality.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. That's not what I'm saying.
You can't create fiction, bro.
That's not what I'm saying. The reality between a celebrity and the reality between a person who's poor are two different realities.
People look at you
They live
more
in a different mind state than we do. So
it's a mind state.
People, like, say you're an accomplished athlete.
It's not a reality. It's a mind state.
Yes.
All right, now we can continue.
It's a reality, but a false reality. You know, people that are fanatics.
If it's a mind state, it's a mind state. It's not a reality.
You know what they call it, like fan struck. People get fan struck. Even other celebrities get fan struck when they see.
But you said it right. It's a mind state. It's like fan struck, not a reality.
If you're starstruck because of someone you think is a major celebrity and you can't even talk to them because they got so much going on, you're shocked by what's happening because that's not your real life.
It's a mind state, not a reality.
I know. Some people can blend right in. Some people are like overwhelmed. I would be overwhelmed. I ain't walking up on the red carpet with a microphone in my hand trying to interview LeBron James or something crazy. I would be shocked. I would be scared to death.
Walk in front of a bus and see if you disappear.
We might be talking about two different things. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, you said it what it was. It's a mind state. You can't help what a state of mind a person is in.
That also...
But sometimes it's not reality.
But it's their personal reality. That's what I'm saying. It's your personal reality.
How can you have a personal reality?
Because what you see out your eyes, your six senses, you hear, you smell, everything that's in front of you and how you live your life is your own personal reality. If something came into your own personal reality, it would disrupt your reality.
Let's just say you eat something that's hot.
I don't think you see where I'm going.
It's piping hot and it's smoke coming off the shit. And you eat it, right? You ain't gotta worry about the taste or nothing like that. And it's hot as fuck. And then you say to a friend, look, taste this, it's hot as fuck. Or you play a joke on him, it's hot as fuck. Bro, he put it in his mouth and the roof of his mouth burned. It's the same reality, bro. You can't just make up your own reality, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. To each their own, lives their own personal reality.
It's a mind state. You said it right when you said it.
Okay. But your mind state can't stop pain. When you bite into something hot, you feel the pain.
That's reality.
That's an instant reality reaction, right? When a celebrity breaks their ankle somewhere, that's a reality. Now they can't shoot a movie. Now they can't do this. Now Tiger Woods just got wrecked in a car. He hurt his leg. Now he can't go to the Masters and compete.
Is he Superman?
He's not. And that is reality proof. You know he's sitting in the hospital right now getting a big reality check. Because he ain't getting that golf check he would have got if he would have entered the Masters and competed.
I'm just saying what it is.
And he's on his game.
I'm just saying what it is.
So that's a reality check. You want to put something in perspective.
You can't just be your own reality. Shock. Whenever you do this, you just basically lying to yourself.
Well, that's how I was trying to link it up.
It's just like, you can, in your mind, you can say, man, if I jump off this building, I can fly. But you know, in real reality, you ain't finna do that. But you can say that all day long.
But in another person's reality, what if they're like a avid skydiver and base jumper, and they got like a sophisticated parachute on and a suit?
But then they know they're not going to die.
They would jump off the building without fear. Therefore, they have.
But no, what I'm saying is, they already know that they are safe.
Therefore, they have.
They trust in whatever the fuck tools they use.
You're proving my point right. What I'm saying.
They trust in whatever tools they use. But actual reality, nigga, if you don't have a parachute, what's gonna happen? Can you fly for real?
Not without the proper gear and experience.
But you need a plane. That ain't flying, nigga. Parachute ain't flying. That's falling, nigga.
No, those guys glide. They have those.
Yeah, you can glide. You can maneuver yourself while you in the air. But nigga, that is still. Fuck it. You can glide too. But nigga, you still falling. I guarantee your ass coming down.
That's gravity.
I don't know. I'm just being real with you, bro.
I think you're missing the point. What you're saying is relevant, but it's relevant to reality in that sense, to the individual.
You saying, how can you build your own reality, bro?
You're looking at reality in the bigger word. I'm looking at reality in a smaller word.
What does that mean?
That means personal reality. Like the personal stuff.
How can you have a personal reality?
Then it must be going over your head, bro.
If you got a family, right? Don't it work in the same reality? You can call it a smaller reality, but it's just the same reality.
Okay, I got a better one for you. They'll explain this. Alright, say an adopted child. A child that grew up in another country speaking another language. This child, say their parents, some reason they can't have them and they're put up for adoption. And then they get sent over to the States because some rich person like Angelina Jolie or somebody, or Madonna, who buys exotic kids from other countries, imports your ass over to the United States. Now you're in a whole new reality. You got different colored brothers and sisters. No. Celebrity. You're like, your whole world changed.
That is a culture shock.
That would shock the shit out of you.
Alright.
Now you gotta become this now.
But look at it like this though. Damn, I want to figure out the best way to say this shit. What just happened to him is they changed his perception. They changed the way his thought process is. They didn't change